Captain Bob and Arlo, they're the ones you know. Wisconsin's Hot Rod Radio.
Hey, welcome to Wisconsin Hot Rod Radio. I'm Captain Bob.
And I'm Arlo.
And here we are on the
FONZ
FONZ
FM.
FM. Hey. So, and again, if you're tuning into us,
Yep.
also, too, make sure you check us out on the Captain Adventures of Captain Bob and Arlo on YouTube.
Our YouTube channel.
Because we're also doing all the video on this,
That's
too.
right. We'll be putting it up there.
So we're waving to you right now.
Peace.
So we got to say thanks to Rick last week.
Yeah.
My alarm didn't go off. And got up late, and your alarm didn't go off. And
What we're referring to is last week. First time in over 13 years, we had to play some old stuff.
Well, we were practicing social distancing, and
So
we stayed
much.
away from the track, or from the radio show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Track? Is that where you were?
I was at the dog track. Yeah. I was playing some bets.
No, we want to thank Rick, though, from the FONZ, who stepped in and helped out quite a bit. We shot him over some of our interviews that we did. Great interviews with Jay Leno. And by the way, the podcast is still up on that.
Yeah.
Jay Leno. Dave Shuden from Galpin Autosports.
Yeah.
We interviewed him a few years ago. Now it's a big TV show
it's
called
kinda
Car Kings. But we talked to him about the Orbitron and stuff a few years ago.
Yeah.
We sent that over to him. And then Shorty. We're still getting tons of emails and comments on the video that we did of Shorty.
Yeah.
We're asking, why did he leave Iron Resurrection? So we played that back as well. But
Kind of cool.
And we had a lot of music.
Yes. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully we don't get any emails coming through saying, "Hey, get rid of you guys and put Rick in our place."
He does. Well, he's got that radio voice.
He does. Yeah, this
He's
is
got
Rick.
that-
Yeah.
I did get some text on that. Go, ooh, does he sound gorgeous?
Yeah.
And you guys sound horrible.
Actually, he's about 3'4", 400, 600 pounds. Has no hair,
No
just
hair,
one
yeah.
string coming
Yeah.
off top of his
Yeah.
head. He's got one eye
Yeah.
droops
But
way
he's got
down
a
here.
voice.
Yeah, but he's got a voice. Yeah, yeah.
You know, Rick's going to listen.
Rick's listening.
I'm
I'm
going
going,
to get a
thanks
text
a lot.
on this.
Yeah.
Probably going to get a text while we're doing the show.
He'll
You're
never
right.
help us again. So no, we had some commitments that we had to do. And
It
so,
was last minute things came up.
exactly.
Yes.
so we just
Big time.
Sorry, couldn't
because
do that.
we've gone through a lot to get this show
Exactly.
done.
Right.
But this was just oddball stuff.
Yep.
It was just a weird week, especially for
Exactly.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we had the heavy rains.
Yeah.
And which I know a lot of people had the heavy rains. It was all around the whole area.
Wow.
But at my home, I live next to a creek,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been here 35, almost, some years. And over those 30-some years, my sump pump went on maybe once.
Yeah.
Well, with these heavy rains, and I checked with neighbors too, and theirs was the same. I thought maybe I was having a problem. For 2.5 days, every 5 seconds, it never stopped.
Right.
And lucky enough, my wife, my lovely Dove, talked me into putting in a brand new sump pump with a backup.
Yeah.
Because I thought, hey, the old pump is still good,
Right.
which, what I know, it never worked. But I'm glad we put it in because,
Well, for those that don't have basements,
Right.
like you're in Florida,
Right.
they always say Florida's only foot deep.
Yeah.
A lot of states don't know what that is. So we have basements here in
Right.
Wisconsin, Midwest,
Exactly, right.
and it's down under the ground, obviously.
Yeah,
and so
right.
we have a pump. If water runs alongside the building and
Right.
it comes down the foundation, gets underneath the foundation, we pump it out, right?
Exactly, just so you don't
And
flood your basement.
It's not unusual to have it run once in a while because moisture builds up. But yours was running like crazy.
Yeah, unbelievable. My
Then
neighbor...
Then your truck got hit.
Yeah, my truck got hit by. I was parked
your
on the side of the
son
road.
was exposed to COVID.
It was like,
you had a
wow.
hell of a last week.
It was a horrible week. Yeah. Let
Yeah.
me tell you.
Are you better now?
I think so. I got to buy a lottery ticket this week.
Yeah. Good thing you didn't buy it last week.
Exactly.
Yeah, but anyway, so
So-
it was an interesting time. Thanks for listening last week.
But again, we want to hope that everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
And we want to say thanks to some special people out
Right.
there because there was actually the Wisconsin Truck Takeover Enthusiast, which is known as the WTTOE. They did a really nice gesture. It was probably about, as from what we could see, about maybe 40, 50 trucks. And a good friend of ours, Paul Adamic, his daughter is part of this. But they went to the Woods National Cemetery here in West Ellis, Wisconsin, and all the trucks, and they all went in a line, and they placed all the flags on all the veterans' graves, which we thought very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Because, again, a lot of these ceremonies were canceled. So, again, we want to thank the Wisconsin Truck Takeover enthusiasts because they also do the graduations. They've been driving by certain homes for the seniors. They've been doing birthdays for certain kids. Again, a great group of people and a great group of younger people. Thank you very much for what you're doing. Keep it up.
Well, and you said it yourself, the ceremonies that have been going on for years that were canceled because of that. Yeah. And a lot of great people went out there and put the flags on the graves. You know, our friend John Bagley with Motor Mania, you know, he's been doing a lot of these 27th Street things, a lot of cruise things. He got together with a bunch of motorcyclists, and they put flags on the memorial during Memorial Day over there. And they just were wonderful that way. I mean, they did over 250 sites this morning, John said. And I'm telling you, these guys and guys like Paul and stuff like that, these volunteers that go out there to put these things on, veterans, it's just wonderful that they do that and remember that. And these are young guys that are doing it. This is not veterans themselves. They really respect, you know, John and his whole group. They really, and Paul's group, they really respect the veterans and what they've done for this country. Right. So we want to thank them personally from you and I.
Do a great job.
Did that. Yep.
Now, we do have to bring something up also, too. That
speaking of crowds.
Yeah, last weekend there was a cruise here in West Ellis, Wisconsin.
Is that what you call it?
Well, it was a gathering, let me tell you. But it was a gathering at one of the local restaurants there that had nothing to do with it. Actually, the restaurant owner didn't plan this.
Right.
He was quite shocked. There were a couple hundred cars that, from what we heard, showed up.
Yeah.
But the problem is it ran under the name Automotion 100. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people thought it was the Wisconsin Dells Automotion.
Right, which has a big reach.
Right. No, it was not.
Right.
Our good friend Jennifer was contacted by the local channels, plus by the local police departments also, too.
I'm glad they did.
Yeah, wanting to know, why are you doing this? And she had to state that they had nothing to do with it. It was actually a totally different group using that name. Which is trademarked through the Automotion.
Yeah, the Wisconsin Dells people. Yeah.
So, again, if you hear of an event going on, Automotion, and you're going to go to it, make sure it's the one that's from the Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah.
Now, again, that show was canceled earlier this year and is postponed and rescheduled for later in September.
Right.
And we'll talk about it as we get closer to it. So, you got to be careful on some of these
You
events.
do, and this became chaos.
It
wasn't just mayhem. It was chaos, and it took over a small Oscar's custard stand.
Yeah.
They had no idea it was going to happen. They put everything out on social media, and it just got a little crazy, and they had to bring in the sheriff's department, all kinds of things. State troopers.
100 citations,
100 citations.
Were written,
and, we don't know what happened over there, but, it just kind of happened. And I'm just going to throw this out there. So this was a non-sanctioned, non-approved event. Now, you look at John Bagley's group and what Paul does and stuff. They go to the municipalities and they say, hey, we're going to host a cruise.
Right.
We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Is it okay? And they have a discussion about it. Yeah. This thing that happened in Milwaukee here was just nuts. Yeah.
Again, if you're going to go to a place and you're going to be part of something, like a lot of, and even some of the cruise nights that are out there that are going to be going on this summer at a lot of the different restaurants that will be happening. Again, as we state to everybody, patronize the place you're at.
Right.
Don't just park your car there and don't just, create a crowd. Stay there, enjoy the place, buy food, be careful with other patrons that are there. Because, again, these restaurants are giving you their parking lots.
It's like this place that got overrun. And he said it right on TV. He said, nobody bought really anything. There's no food. I didn't sell any food.
No.
They did just use my lot and my sidewalk and everything
all their
else.
Left.
They couldn't get in.
Yeah.
So you can't do that. You got to, anyways, but it is not the Automotion that we know in the Dells.
Right. So we want to say thanks again. Again, we're going to mention out there before we cut out because today we're going to have Mike and Jim, the Ring Brothers, on.
Yeah.
And we're also going to be talking to Chris from Gandrud High Performance to find out both of these, all three. Mike and Jim and Chris, how their businesses are going and what's going on.
Yeah, we want to know.
But we want to mention, too, again, 29 years or younger, if you're out there and you're listening to the show or watching our videos, we always do the Young Gun Award, and we want to be able to give away a trophy to a young gun. A couple weeks ago, we did get contacted from Joe Albert that his sons were working on a car, and we wanted to know how old his sons were.
Right.
So he got back to us. Excuse me. I got allergies. One of the sons, William, just turned 14 in January.
Nice. Yeah.
And Cameron, which is 12, turning 13 in June.
Nice.
These are the young guys that we're looking at. They built a 79 Pontiac Sunbird, a really cool car, kind of a pro street car. So we want to say thanks very much to definitely to William and to Cameron. Great job. But again, if you're 29 years or younger, send us something. WisconsinHotRodradio.com. Go to our website. You can go under comments. Send us some pictures of the vehicle you're working on. Now, again, you can be working on it with mom or dad or working on it by yourself.
Right.
We want to know what kind of vehicle you got. It can be a car, truck, motorcycle, even a boat. You know, if it's a speedboat, who cares?
I don't care if it's a mini bike.
Exactly.
Do
a mini bike too, right? Yeah, something cool.
Something cool.
That you're working on, and you didn't just buy and you're just driving it.
Right.
But something you're going to be, continue doing. So,
yeah.
And we're going to then present a trophy to some young gun, or maybe 2 trophies.
Or as many as we want to give out.
Yeah, because we got a lot of trophies for this year to give away. So, but what we're going to do right now is we're going to cut off for a quick commercial. When we come back, we're going to be back with Mike and Jim, the Ring Brothers. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Hot Rod Radio. This is Arlo.
And this is Captain Bob, and here we are again on the FONZ FM. And on the phone this morning with us, our good friends, is Mike and Jim Ring, commonly known as the Ring Brothers.
Yep.
So good morning, guys.
Good morning. Who said we were good friends?
Your wives. Your wives
right,
did.
Yeah. Since we've had them on the show,
Ever since we got them on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but did you ever listen to that show? They didn't talk too good about you guys.
That's why we're not good friends anymore, buddy.
Oh, yeah, that's...
My wife can buy me this strengthening shampoo. It hasn't done shit yet.
There's a beep right there I got to get.
So, how you guys been doing otherwise? Everything's good over there at the shops?
Yeah, believe it or not, it's we're busier than we've ever been.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
So I've got to ask that question, obviously, because, as we've been going through the season so far and everything, all the events have been canceled. I mean, has this affected your business in any way?
Oh, I think it affects everybody's business, honestly. It's uncharted waters, and I personally, being out in Spring Green, probably don't take it as serious as I should, or I don't know. It's just we're out in the middle of nowhere. So I find it really funny when I see people driving their car with their mask on by themselves.
I agree with that. You're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, so you guys don't leave the shop wearing your spray masks on, from the paint booth?
No, I do wear a mask quite a bit around here, only because I'm sanding all the time. But I think a lot of people, as far as our parts, I think a lot of people were at home and were tinkering and bought parts.
Right.
So I think that part has been okay so far. Now that could change overnight, but as of right now, it's good.
Well, it's good to hear.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, any new projects that you guys are doing right now? I mean, what's happening there?
God, we're just busy in that department. We've got, we're trying to do a K5 Blazer, get it done put it in the Battle of the Builders this year for SEMA.
Okay.
It's a 1,400 horsepower Blazer. It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
We've got a 69 Charger that's going to get painted this week for a guy from New Zealand.
Okay.
We've got actually a 68 Cougar for a guy here in Wisconsin that we're just finishing up. A 69 Camaro, we're going to do another one of them carbon cars for a guy from Wisconsin.
Okay.
69 Camaro for a guy from Iowa, a big dirt contractor, pretty cool car, Mustang. 64.5 convertible for a guy from Superior. Got a really crazy truck we're doing for a guy from Milwaukee. Pretty cool truck. Looks like almost like a 48 Chevy ran into a Formula One car.
Really?
Oh, no kidding.
And the wrapper.
And then we've got, we're doing a car for Future, the rapper. Actually, I think he had a #1 song this week. So we're building him a K5 Blazer. And we've also got a car, a 70 Chevelle, for a pro basketball player by the name of Mason Plumlee.
Okay. Wow.
So, yeah, we're busy.
So between the NBA and the rapper and all that kind of stuff, you guys are doing pretty good for Spring Green Boy. For a couple of Spring Green boys.
I believe some people in this world don't get affected by anything.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, and that's, you had mentioned the car for a guy in New Zealand. Because, obviously this is worldwide, are people still contacting you from anywhere parts of the world here?
Yeah, we've had a lot of inquiries from mainly like Dubai and in that area. We've scared them away, even with big money. We've scared a lot of people away because we're finally figuring out that it costs a lot of money to build one of these cars, and we'd like to get paid to do the whole thing.
Right.
At least try to get paid for one before we all, slow down.
Okay.
But it's still fun, and that's the we're lucky. We lucky that we can do something we really truly love to do, and we've been, I guess, a little lucky on picking things that are more exciting for us to do.
Yeah.
So, because God knows we're getting up there. I'm going to be 58. Jim's going to be 56.
Yeah. You're way to hell over there in Spring Green. Come on. I got a question for you, too. Now, you guys won, the battle last year at SEMA. What kind of pressure is that on you now to build the next one? Must
None.
be none.
Absolutely none.
Really?
Yeah.
How so? Tell me about that. I would think it would be a lot of pressure on you, too, to try to top what you did last year.
Well, one thing people got to understand, I've said this 100 times, is every year is a different year, and every year you got a different customer with a different budget, and I mean, it's just so it's hard, Some years are good, fun years where you can actually go play ball with them guys, and then some years you just show up and enjoy the week.
And there's times when we thought we had something and didn't do anything, and there's times like I don't think we thought this Camaro was gonna set the world on fire. It was a great response.
Isn't it something? That's
something. When you don't know what other people are doing, right? It's hard to believe that you could think that you could win when there's so many builders out there, right?
Yeah.
So to think that you have a chance is really, you don't feel like you do. When you think of how big the world is and who comes to SEMA, what are the odds, right? Pretty slim.
Right. Of you getting there, yeah, exactly. So what are you submitting for SEMA this year?
We are going to enter Battle of the Builders and the Chevy Design Award with this. It's a 72 K5 Blazer.
Okay.
We've done a few of them now, but
Right.
nothing to the craziness of this thing. This thing is just flat out crazy for a four-wheel drive truck.
Now, is it crazy for horsepower, or is it electronics that you're talking about?
Or just all the fabrication?
Just
that
all
you
the
guys
All
do?
the fabrication on this thing has just been over the top crazy.
Yeah.
So, sorry about that phone there.
That's all right.
I hope our phone's still
We got our next radio host calling us in. He's going to have to speed this up.
That's probably another country calling you and wanting to build another car. Yeah. So last time we had spoke with you and we had met with you guys, the Blazers.
Did you say smoke?
No.
Oh.
Did I? Who said it? Spoke. Yeah. If there's smoke, you guys better get out real quick.
Yeah,
there's a problem there. Yeah.
There's that corn silk.
Well,
stuff.
they're probably on the side of the road smoking the tires anyway. But you guys have talked about the Blazers and like the Broncos and everything were kind of popular. Is that still a good fad that's going on with those type of vehicles, or is anything new coming about that you think might start to change the picture too?
I think trucks are really hot right now. I think, don't get me wrong, the Camaros and the Mustangs will always have its place, definitely, but people are just trying to change it up a little bit, and I think the trucks are coming on pretty strong. I think those 70s and 80s cars are going to start coming on strong because obviously generations like different things. So,
did you see what that Blazer brought, that one we built on Bring a Trailer auction about a month ago or less?
No, I did not. No.
We did a black one for a guy.
We actually did a black one for ourselves.
Okay.
And we built this truck and couldn't argue enough on who was going to put it in their garage, so we sold it.
There you go.
We sold it to a customer for $150,000,
Wow.
which we thought was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it is, by the way. And we probably had 150 in it, by the way.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah. Labor.
And so he actually sold it to a guy. He put it on Bring a Trailer, ended up selling it to a guy. And he called Bringer Trailer and said, hey, look, I sold it to a guy for $175,000. I'll pay my $5,000 commission, but you need to take it off the auction. They said, we ain't pulling it down. And he goes, well, I already sold it. He goes, well, sounds like you got a problem because we ain't pulling it down.
Okay.
So the thing went through the auction an entire week. On that following Friday, the auction was over at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
At about 3:50, I believe it was the guy that owned WeatherTech floor mats bid it to, I believe, $265, and then a guy in Belgium right at the last minute bid it to $305.
Wow! Holy cow!
So let me ask this question: how did you feel that you sold it for $150 and it sold for $300? I mean, how did you feel about that point?
About as sharp as we usually are. Yeah.
Well, it's got the name.
We went home and watched that movie Dumb and Dumber again.
Well, I'll tell you what, the guy who bought it from you got a great investment, but it's got the name Ring on it.
Exactly.
I think that says a lot. Your reputation is super quality, very clever, well designed, and with the Ring name on that, it's why it went so big. Makes sense.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, you don't want to brag, but I think it definitely brought a little more.
Oh gosh, yes.
They could recognize the name.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
It made us feel good. Believe it or not, you want people to. Honestly, I didn't feel sick at all. I was glad the guy made some money because that just helps us in the future anyway.
Right.
And he's a good customer.
Right.
And
awesome.
And that's going to just the return's going to be even better because, like you said, you're going to get more work out of it.
Right.
Than just that one vehicle alone. So.
Yeah, but we sure don't want to mislead people and think they can make money on things we build. Because if they did, we wouldn't need customers because we'd just do it and sell it. So
right.
If
That's
we
true.
felt that confident. Yeah. So we would never tell somebody they could make money on something we did.
So it's.
Well, I mean, it ain't no different than going and buying a new Corvette or a new Camaro or a new Porsche. I mean, how many people will buy one and make money on it?
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's very true. Very, very true. So, you had kind of mentioned, and, it's been kind of a question with some people, and you kind of mentioned you are going to SEMA. Do you guys have a problem, talking about what your gut feeling about SEMA this year? Do you think it's going to happen or not going to happen?
I think, this is Mike, I think it'll happen, but in a smaller version. I mean, we thought checking bags were probably a pain in the butt, but I probably believe they'll be checking temperatures and a lot. I mean, but they got to open up Vegas. Let's, whatever you feel. If you don't feel comfortable, which I think a lot of people won't, but there'll be a lot of people that feel comfortable enough to go. So I'll bet you it's down half, but I would think by then Vegas is either surviving or dead if it's not.
Yeah. That's true. Well, we're just about almost out of time here this morning with you guys. We always appreciate you being on our show.
Yeah.
And
we appreciate it too.
We wish you guys always the best of luck. And again, congratulations on everything you're doing. I mean, that's fantastic to know that your business is striving and going good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we feel very blessed about that. That's for sure. That, there's a lot of people that aren't, and we feel really blessed that we've been able to keep it rolling.
Good.
Well, we're gonna hope to see you guys later this summer when we hopefully have the Spring Green Car Show there.
Yeah.
So is that still on?
It's up in the air. We hate to say this. From what we've talked to her last time, and again, we tell all of our listeners out there too that they're not canceling events because they just want to cancel them.
Right.
They need the donations and the support of either the cities or the businesses.
Yeah.
And we've even heard too that some places that have canceled can't get coronavirus insurance to make sure that they're protected in case anything happens. So at this point, it's still on, but I guess we'll know probably within the next week or two what's happening there.
Yeah. What about the Dell show?
That's gone.
Yeah.
That's done?
Yeah, that's done.
Last weekend.
They're talking about doing it in
September.
They're going to be doing it in September, but the May one is gone. They moved it to September.
Right. Yeah. So, and check with us next week. Listen to the show next week because we're going to hopefully have Joe Opperman on talking about Iola.
Right, all kinds of stuff. So.
Well, good.
So, all right,
guys. Good, guys. Thank you for everything.
Oh, hey, thank you. Problem. We just wanted to check up on our friends.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to cut off.
We'll let them know.
We'll get off the phone so you can call them.
Okay, all right. Nice.
All right,
nice.
We're going to cut off for a quick station break. When we come back, we're going to be back with Chris from Gandrud. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Wisconsin Hot Rod Radio. This is Captain Bob.
And this is Arlo.
And here we are again on the
FONZ
FM.
FM.
Hey. So this morning, thanks again to the Mike and Jim, the Ring brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Good to hear that their business is going good.
Yeah.
And that they're even dealing with people in the United States, but a lot of people in the Wisconsin area, which is kind of cool.
I was surprised the Midwest is well represented by these two. Yeah, very cool.
So kind of cool. But we're going to talk now to one of their suppliers also, too.
Yeah, there you go.
And actually one of our great sponsors.
We've been wonderful,
Chris Slack on from Gandrud High Performance. And good morning, Chris.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Well, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. We always have a great time with you. We tell everybody when you got to get performance parts, you got to get anything in GM parts, you're the place to deal with. And let us know. Your business has been going strong, hasn't it?
We've been doing very well. I mean, especially with performance parts. I think with the virus, it's a lot of people are staying home.
Okay.
It's given them more time to work on their car, maybe. The work's been getting in the way. I haven't had a chance to work on my car. Now I got time.
Yeah,
true.
So we're doing very well with performance parts.
Well, the amazing thing about you and your business and your crew, that you'll ship anywhere in the United States, and you even ship outside of the United States, correct?
That is correct. We ship coast to coast every day. We do have a few overseas customers that we try to help out. And, just give us a call. We'll send you the part wherever you are.
Oh, that's pretty amazing. Now, when somebody calls and they're not sure about a high-performance part and they want to modify their GM engine, you've got a staff of people there. You've got people there that can actually help them, talk them through it, or what they need, correct?
I think that's one of the things that has really helped us grow our business is we have Jason. He's our performance specialist. He knows cars. He knows performance cars. People will call me, and I'm like, here's the catalog. Pick out what you want, and I'll give you a great price on it.
Yeah.
But Jason actually knows. He's like, oh, yeah, you can't use that intake on that engine. And it's not going to go together. And he knows how to build the engines correctly and for what you're doing.
Okay.
If you want a nice, good driver, you don't want to put like a drag racing engine in your car. It just doesn't work. So I think having him and somebody so knowledgeable has really helped us out a ton.
Well, let me ask this question. People probably want to know, what's the better thought of buying a genuine GM high-performance part compared to an aftermarket GM, performance part?
The GM performance engines have a 2-year warranty, which I don't think any other except the racing engines, of course. So that is a big selling point right there. They're all new engines. They're not remanufactured. And on the price, I think if you look at the price, a lot of engine builders maybe buy our product to start with and then build on top of it because they say they can't build an engine for what they can just buy one from us for.
Okay. Wow. So what's the most popular engine right now that's out there that you'd say sold the most?
LS3 480 horse, no doubt about it. That's our number one selling engine, LS3. The LS has taken over everything, as I'm sure you guys are aware.
Yeah.
Our second biggest is the LS3 430 horse. It's by far number 1 and 2.
Now, do you put those in your parts trucks so you can make your parts deliveries a lot quicker?
I wish. We keep saying one of these days we're going to buy like a Tri-5 wagon and throw a nice performance engine in and call it Gandrud Speedy Delivery or something, but we haven't done it.
Yeah, it's a great idea. It's a great idea.
We talk about Gandrud Performance. And we talk about your dealerships. You've got a few dealerships right in that area, correct? What other dealerships are there besides the Chevrolet dealership, too?
Well, we have the Nissan dealership right next door. And then across the street, we have the Dodge Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, whatever, dealership across the street. So if you need Mopar performance parts, we can definitely help you with that as well.
Now, has all the coronavirus, has that affected your business in any way, not only in parts, but as even through the dealerships? Has that created any problems there for any of you?
It has, and I don't like to complain about it because other people are dealing with a lot bigger issues, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we've definitely seen the service department and the body shop slow way down. You know, nobody's driving, so they don't need an oil change, or they're not hitting a deer on their way to work because no one's driving. But we haven't laid a single person off. We're still doing what we can.
Oh, that's really good. Now, coming up later this year, you also have a car show that we're always part of, and we're always up there. We have a great time. Let our listeners know what normally happens at that car show and if it's still going to happen.
Yeah, we love having you guys up for our car show. I mean, we couldn't do our car show without you guys.
Oh, thank you.
It's always the first Saturday of August. We usually have around 250 cars, which is a great turnout, depending on weather, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But we give out anybody that brings a car, it's free to bring a car. We just ask that you bring a bag of non-perishable food that we donate to the local food pantry. And everybody that brings a car, we put them in a raffle drawing, and when somebody goes home with a brand new Chevy Performance motor.
I know, it's amazing. That is amazing.
The winners really love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we do every year. This year, we still don't know, if we're going to have it with all the virus problems. We hope things are back to normal, but everything is changing every day. It's hard to plan that far in advance right now. So we decided we're going to make a decision come July 1st whether we're going to have the car show or not this year, and we'll be sure to let you know.
Good.
Well, we're kind of hoping that show is going to happen because, we're going to tell you, Chris, if your show does go on, it's going to be crowded, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We always have it's amazing how many cool cars there are, out there. And every year we get more and different cars, and it is a good time.
Now, last year, excuse me, last year you also gave away plaques instead of trophies.
Yeah.
Are you going to do that again this year?
I don't know. We don't know. I don't know. It didn't go over as well as I was hoping.
What?
I don't know.
What?
It was amazing.
Every car got a plaque. It was amazing.
Yeah, and I thought I'd make it a nice plaque. But
you
we
did.
Got some, every year I send a thank you letter out to everybody that came to the car show, thanking them for coming. And then I asked them for suggestions, saying, hey, what would you do differently? And we did get a few that said, just keep the plaque. We don't want the plaque anymore.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Don't worry about them.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. We always try to change. We always get some complaints no matter what.
Yeah, you will. Yeah.
But we try to make everybody happy. Just come out and have a good time.
Right,
That's all it's about.
You could probably, and I'm going to say this, probably give everybody a free car and an engine, and you'd still get somebody that probably would say, hey, that wasn't right,
That's true.
That's not the car I wanted. Yes, I know that.
Or it's the wrong color, Yeah. It's not the hubcaps I wanted.
I don't want to say we get a bunch of complainers.
No, you don't.
But I'm still we love the car show people. We're just trying to, I just want to make the show fun for them.
You do.
I want to make them, when they leave, I'm like, want them to say, we're really glad we came. It was a good time.
Very good.
And it keeps growing every year.
I mean,
because of your attitude towards the car people, it keeps growing every year. People are happier. It's nice. Nice show. Very nice show.
Well, we're going to tell people, again, visit our website, WisconsinHotRodRadio.com, because your information is on there. But before we let you go this morning, let the people know how they can get in contact with you, a phone number, a website, if they need to get performance parts.
If you need performance parts, you can always contact us at the dealership at 920-468-3658, or our website. You can go to Gandrud.com and click on the performance parts, or it's gmperformancemotor.com. And if I can sneak one more comment in, I'm thanking you guys and all your listeners, and Joe and Greg and Leah and Shorty and the Ring Brothers. Everyone be safe out there with this virus stuff. I hope everyone's doing okay, and your family, be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You too.
Appreciate
Same to you.
that.
Same to you and your family.
Definitely. So,
Thank you.
All right, well, we're going to tell you what, Chris. We don't want you to hang up, but we're going to cut out for a quick station break. And again, we're going to tell everybody out there, visit Gandrud, because if you're looking for performance parts, these are the people to deal with. So we'll be right back. When we come back, we still have more to talk about.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Hot Rod Radio. This is Arlo.
And this is Captain Bob, and here we are again on the
FONZ
FONZ
FM.
FM. We're going to say thanks very much to Chris from Gandrud.
Yeah.
So again, you're looking for performance parts, check those guys out because they can really help you out.
He's busy.
Oh, that's
you
good.
got to know that this is a huge warehouse.
Oh.
It's like Indiana Jones
Yeah.
at the end of the movie where they put this coffin thing in there.
Engines, transmissions, they got it all there.
And they've got 15, 16 trucks.
Yeah.
They go out from the Green Bay area. They'll go all over the Midwest or ship.
Chris had
and
told
we
me-
know a lot of the TV celebrities,
Yeah.
the TV shows utilize him.
Right.
Mhm.
Chris had mentioned a while back ago that he said that they didn't know what was going to happen. Obviously, nobody
Right.
knew what was going to happen.
Right.
But he said they had stocked up big time, way ahead of time.
Yeah.
And he said, lucky we did, because he said it hit. And he said a lot of dealerships kind of shut down for a while.
Right.
And he said it was besides him and one other dealership in the United States that were the busiest out there for performance.
He's a smart businessman.
Yeah,
Chris,
definitely.
You know.
So, speaking of, we want to say again thanks to our sponsors.
Yeah.
Again, Gandrud, we appreciate it very much. We want to say thanks again to Bob Bennett Coach Works.
Mm-hmm.
And again, check those guys out if you're looking to have your car repaired. Again, Gruber Law. I'm going to hold up the old,
There it is.
right in front of our camera. And if you take a look at that mug, on the other side is
Yeah.
our logo. I'm holding up a mug
Yeah.
to our video that showing the cool mug we got here. And I also want to say thanks again to Performance Roofing. Now, again, these videos are brought to you by
Yep.
Battery Savers.
Battery saver.
So check it out. If you're looking for a cool charger, you're looking for a maintainer, you're looking for what I like is the jump pack that we got. Once again, this thing fits in the palm of your hand
Yep.
and can actually start your car if you've got a dead battery. I've used it already. You've used it. A lot of people have been skeptical on it and have said that thing's never going to turn the car over. This thing is so small, and bam, it's got the power to flick it over with no problem and still do a couple other cars after that, too.
Yeah, I've done it up to 3
Yeah,
cars
it's
right in a
unbelievable.
row in that little thing.
Yeah.
And it still had like 40%
Yeah.
battery life in it. So
So thanks to Battery Saver for producing our videos
and
out
making
there.
such a great product.
Exactly.
You know?
Very true.
Yeah.
So, got to bring up here,
Yeah.
Model of the Week again.
There you go.
So, Rich, if you're watching or anybody else out there that's watching, make sure you keep sending us your pictures or sending us something about the models you're building. Now, again, even if you're working on a regular car. Now, this is for the 29 and older group. Let us know what you're working on. But right now, I'm going to bring up the model that I've built here. And again, it's an AMT 1949 Ford. I'm holding this up to the camera right now. So if you're checking it out, it's kind of a Ritchie car because Ritchie's got a beautiful 50 Ford.
It is, yeah.
Kind of cool. But again, I like gassers, so I've done mine as a gasser car. So there it is. Again, front end way up in the air. Check it out. I painted this thing kind of a plum crazy purple. Blue tinted windows. Redid the whole engine in there. Built my own suspension on it. I'll hold it up to the camera so you can see a little closer. And again, I enjoy doing kind of gasser cars out there. So I'm not a professional model builder, no way, but I like to have fun. So if you're obviously in quarantine right now or you have nothing to do, and now some of the hobby shops are opened up, we appreciate that happening, and you're buying a model, let us know what you're building.
Yeah.
Let us know what you're doing because it kind of keeps your mind going too.
There you go. Yep.
So kind of cool. So I got to ask that question.
Yeah.
Anything going on this weekend?
Well, go to WisconsinHotRodRadio.com and go up in the upper top there. It says events. Click on that. It says Captain Bob and Arlo. Right below that, go to events. One of the things I want to point out is you can view this as calendar form, list form, whatever. Bob's getting a lot of people, not a lot, but several people saying, how come I'm only going in June or July? You got to go all the way down to the bottom. And it says go to the next month or whatever you want to do. It's all there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we would not build a website that just goes till June.
Yeah.
One of the unfortunate things of last week was that we were going to have John from Road America on.
Right.
And they're having, this weekend, they're having a Moto American Superbike Series 2020. That's going to be going on at Road America in Plymouth, Wisconsin. And as far as we know, a lot of events are still running up there.
Yeah. We'll have John coming on hopefully within the next week. Because next week, as you kind of mentioned too, we're going to hopefully have John on from Road America. But we're also going to have on Brad. Going to be talking about the out-of-sight drags at Union Grove, Great Lakes Dragway, which I understand Randy Henning was on the news talking about.
He was on the news. They had him down there the opening day. He had his mask on, sort of. But he was talking about how great it was and a lot of cars running, trying to keep the social distancing, that type of thing. And he's doing good.
So,
Yeah.
Again, Great Lakes Dragway.
We do have, again, now if it doesn't say canceled on our website, go to the information. You need to contact those people directly.
Right.
Do not contact us.
No.
If we have canceled, it's canceled. If there's nothing on there, we will not know.
Right.
And so don't use our phone number. Use their phone number, because you're getting lots of calls going, hey,
Yeah.
is that show still on?
Yeah.
And then we have to call them. You call them back and you go, which show are you talking about? But I got Millgate General Store and Deli Cruise Night in Burlington. I don't know if that's still going on, but so far it's up there.
Yeah.
Rock of Ages Car and Bike Show has been canceled. That's Blessed Savior Lutheran Church, New Berlin.
Well,
So again, if it says canceled, it's been canceled. And by the way, I'm going to jump in on you. You verified it.
Right.
This is not just somebody calling up saying, "Hey, it's canceled." It isn't.
We had one last week, which was actually Poopy's car show, which was in Savannah, Illinois.
Yeah.
And Gary, I had been contacting back and forth with Gary. He kept saying, we're going to hold off. Well, when you looked at our website last week, it didn't say canceled.
Right.
And that's only because Gary said we are doing the show.
Oh, see, there you go.
So if it's not canceled, like you had mentioned, call to make sure.
Call them.
But some of them are still going on because some people are saying we're going to have the shows regardless.
Well, speaking of, excuse me, Madison Campus Car Show, not Madison, MATC
right.
Car Show canceled the physical one.
Right.
But you need to go on our website because they're doing a virtual campus car show, the MATC show, which is always a great show. But they're going virtual on this, so you have to go to our website and read it, what it says you need to do with your photographs, stuff like that. That's all up there in the MATC Madison Car Show going virtual, which is happening quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff on here. Just keep going. I'm just going to scroll through. I do want to mention, the big one. And July 4th is the Motor Mania.
Yeah.
They're moving ahead like crazy. I don't think anything is going to slow that train down.
No.
John Bagley and his entire crew up there are doing a great job trying to keep everything going. So, but I go to our website, WisconsinHotRodRadio.com.
Now, we want to put it out there, too, that if you're doing a special cruise for anything, let us know. We'll be glad to put it onto our website.
Yeah.
So if you're putting together a cruise because you want to go by somebody's house because whatever, they're a veteran or they're a first person that's out there,
Parade,
respond or anything, let us know. I mean, we'll be glad to put it out there so maybe you can get more people to join in on the cruise.
Yeah, I should mention, too, on the website is a form that you fill out.
Yes.
And you can also send over the flyer if you have one.
Right.
But make sure you do that. There's a form that you fill out on our website. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
If we get emails, it's too jumbled. We need something organized. That's why we got the fill form there. So use that.
Now, we do know for sure right now,
Yeah.
September is a pretty good month.
Yeah?
I hate to say this. I mean, it sounds
a lot
bad,
of shows.
but a lot of shows have been canceled in May, June, and July already. But as we're getting into August and September, we're hoping that it's going to keep on happening.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's going to go on.
My mailman
Yeah.
jumps out of his mail truck the other day
Okay.
and says, Arlo, he said, why are all these car shows canceling? They're all outside. I don't get this. By the way, the mail truck was still rolling. I went, hey. He's like, well, so he's a car guy, and he knows who I am. And I tried to explain to him, it isn't a matter of being outside. Yeah. We get that part. It's the sponsors. It's the volunteer.
Exactly.
In the case of Viola, which we're going to have him on, it's all the volunteers. Yeah. It's a lot of different constraints and threads that are on this thing. So, but I laugh. He jumps on.
Well, I had the FedEx truck pull up to our house. I was actually working on my hot rod, and the FedEx truck pulled up and was walking up the driveway. And I looked at him and I said, I bet you have my $17 million. And he looked at me and went, what? And I said, I keep getting a call on our phone.
Yeah.
And somebody keeps saying that FedEx is going to be delivering $17 million to you.
What did he do?
He looked at me and goes, if I had that kind of money, I wouldn't be around here.
Yeah, you wouldn't see him.
So we're going to put that out there. Watch out for all the scams right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're out there.
Yeah.
Because of what's going on with this virus. Scams are like crazy.
But I'm telling you, Amazon makes it so easy and a lot of things. I have FedEx dropping off all the time at my house.
So again, we're going to tell everybody to tune in next week.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be back on again, that's for sure. We'll make sure the alarms are set maybe an hour early. Yeah, so there you go. So we can make sure we get up for sure. But again, we're going to have Brad on. Yeah. And he'll be talking about the auto site drags at Union Grove. And we'll try to get a hold of John again from Road America.
Yeah, we got to reschedule those guys.
We got Joe Opperman, hopefully, talking about Iola. So as we always say here on Wisconsin Hot Rod Radio,
be there
or be square. We're out of here.
Captain Bob and Arlo, they're the ones you know. Wisconsin's Hot Rod Radio.